my fellow friends. Welcome to the program Careers Connect, a DPS Alumni Network presentation. My name is Neelam Bedi Son. I'm a certified human resource trainer. I'm into industry from last more than 20 years, and I have my presence in Delhi and Dubai. In the competitive world of today, when pandemic has actually hit us so hard, people really value workplace flexibility and remote work because it allows them to focus their energies on work and life as opposed to commuting or other complications due to the geography. Technology now allows people to connect anytime, anywhere, to anyone in the world from almost any device. This is a dramatically changing the way the people live, facilitating 24/7 collaboration with colleagues who are dispersed across time zones, countries, and continents. Life at large is fast becoming more challenging for students who face a variety of career options that are interesting but confusing. Here, Careers Connect, an initiative of DPS Alumni Network, aims to help students to make an informed choice by interacting with top-notch professionals globally. The aim of the talk show is to share the success stories and career paths of these renowned professionals who, despite all odds, were able to make a mark in their life at different times, circumstances, and environment. Now I invite Mr. Rajiv Soni, the brainchild of this program, to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The start of Careers Connect goes back to 2014, when a premium school in NCR of Delhi had invited me to come and speak on a number of careers. But I can actually only speak on two, on chartered accountancy and on information technology. And it would not be fair, it would not have been fair on my part to speak on a lot of other careers. So I got together about 25 of my friends, most of them were from DPS, and we went and made this workshop a thundering success because 600 students were divided into 25 different categories of professions, including 5 from overseas, who were beamed in from the internet. Today, 7 years later, it is far easier to be able to connect. And one such example is today when we have Chef Loganadhan coming in right from Australia. With so many words, I hand the mic back to Neelamji. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Rajiv. Today we have with us Mr. M Loganadhan, a man who is a great zeal and enthusiasm, who has in him the 5 C's: caring, courage, confidence, competence, and commitment. He has been an executive chef who has spent 35 years in hospitality, both in India and overseas. A gold medalist from Madras Catering College 1976. He also did his Operation Managers Safety Management course conducted by DuPont, USA. He rose to the position of Sous chef in the year 1981 for Maurya, Sheraton. In 1982, he was an executive sous chef Maurya, Sheraton. Again in 1983, sous chef at Bahrain, Sheraton. A great creative genius, he designed the menu and catering state banquet for President Zail Singh for King of Bahrain. He was honored by Roland Likert as the best Indian professional chef. In 1984 to 1989, he worked as an executive chief Chola Sheraton, Chennai. He has been facilitated from time to time for his innovative skills, and his rating on food is almost outstanding. He introduced handicrafted chocolates with his signature on the box. Started Peshawari, the famous Maurya's Bukhara restaurant. He is also honored with outstanding. In 1989, he migrated to Australia and worked as sous chef under Bruno till September 1994. In 1994, he joined Qantas flight catering, and in 2016 stepped down as production supervisor to spend more time with his family. Involved in the menu planning and special dietary menus and 20 external customer airlines besides Qantas like Singapore, Emirates, Cathay Pacific, etc. Highest Achiever Award winner, invited to Qantas Business Forum in Sydney more than once. Conducted Indian Food Festival in Mauritius, La Paradise twice. He's the master, the creator of new dishes, planning menus, oversees kitchen staff, food cost and expenses, ensuring the quality of food. Let's welcome the food genius who made Indians proud in the foreign land, Mr. M. Loganathan. Welcome, sir, on board.
Thank you very much. Nice to be with you guys.
Thank you for taking out time and coming over. Okay, I start the questions with you. Sir, you're a gold medalist and you have been an executive chef and has spent 35 long years in the renowned food chains and hospitality, both in India and overseas. Could you tell us your career path?
I just, as you briefed earlier, I finished 1976, and luckily I got selected by ITC Hotels as a management trainee. And they had devised a program where you undergo 4 years of both management, the several modules, and also practical experience in kitchen.
Okay.
And then when you come to third year, you'll be working in the capacity of a chef de partie, and in the fourth year, almost like a chef tournant.
Okay.
And at the end of 4 years, you become a sous chef. So it is a, normally it takes much longer to become a sous chef. Thereby, thanks to ITC Hotels, 81, I became sous chef in Maurya, Sheraton.
Wow, wow.
And I worked in 1 year. The next year, I became executive sous chef. I was next to Chef Manjit Singh Gill.
Okay.
And 83, I was sent to Bahrain, Sheraton on secondment, and worked under Roland Lickett.
Wow.
1 year. And during which time President Zeldin came, and Indian Embassy was hosting a dinner, and they asked me to design a menu and prepare the food.
Wow.
And of course, the King of Bahrain attended the. He was the chief guest also, and his wife liked the food. And next day, early in the morning, I got woken up. I was so tired after doing this state banquet for 300 people. I got woken up saying that Sheikh's wife wants at least 3-4 items from the same menu for lunch.
Wow.
And he can't say no, and I had to go back to kitchen and started cooking.
What a proud privilege! What a proud privilege!
And then they offered me executive chef sauna Sheraton, and that is the time ITC put their foot down, saying that no, he has been named as executive chef Chola Sheraton Madras, and the general manager Mr. Ravi Suri is waiting for him for my arrival. So there I came to know I have become an executive chef. So that is in 1983. I was so happy to be back in Madras. That's my hometown.
Oh, wow.
And there I stayed 5 years. And 89, I was looking at this India, the explosion of the population and pollution. I was a bit concerned. I thought I'd better go to a country where there's less people, more clean air. So I migrated to Melbourne, the most livable city in the world, for more than, I think, 7 times they got in the world. And I've been there last 32 years now.
Wow, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, tell me something. At a time, what made you join this profession? That's one. It has to be a very quick and apt answer, right? And at that time, don't you think that Bawarchi image, was there, and people were, very less people were opting for this profession? Could you tell me this?
You're absolutely right, because I joined in 1973.
Yeah.
That time there is no Damien Oliver or master chef program on TV or anything. So the exposure of a chef or even executive chef is completely oblivion. So
Correct.
nobody has. Now the students who are opting to join catering college, they have a better, a red carpet for themselves. They know exactly. And also in a society, when they say, I'm a chef, everybody is interested in talking to you because everybody is interested in cooking or other. But that time, like you said, yes, 1973 was when I joined, the people thought that I'm unable to, I used to study so well and suddenly I went down, that's why I joined hotel management.
because a brilliant student, a topper and a sciencey getting into, this is something very alarming, very alarming.
My family circumstances that time, I thought, this is more attractive because by the time you finish hotel management, before even getting the result, you get campus interview and you get the placement. So you start earning. So that was one of my main attractions.
Correct. And tell me something, you rose to levels, especially in the ITC hotels, a senior level, and you were chosen out of 100 people, only 2 were chosen and you were one of them, right? How come at the age of 29 you became such a highest authority in the ITC?
I think by God's grace, and one has to have 90% hard work and 10% you need a little bit of lift from the Almighty. And those days we put in more number of hours, and we didn't even think about that that we are putting that hours, because number one, I told them that I will work very hard and I'll become executive chef, and then only I'll get married. And some of my friends said I will never ever get married. So that is the encouragement.
Because it was taken more as a feminine profession,
and I worked in all kitchens, and like I can make, not as an executive chef, you can't do this job. I can make rumali roti, I can make jalebi, and in every aspect of the kitchen I can do, because you command more respect if you can compete with them. Yes, that is very, very like. I would advise the students who are trying to, reach this. They should not say that, okay, I'll be doing only French cuisine. Because I'm qualified. No, Indian cookery or any cuisine is very, very important. And more cuisines, then you are able to develop novel cuisine. And then you become more popular.
Correct. I think you have to put your heart and soul into it, and should be self-doing. That is very important in this profession.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, tell me, you migrated to Australia at the age of 29, right?
No,
at the peak of
34.
Your career. Pardon?
34. 29 I became
34.
34 I migrated to Australia.
And you dropped the job at a time when you were at the peak of the career, right? And then again going to Australia, struggling from scratch. Tell us your story.
When I landed in Melbourne and I went for an interview, the executive chef Hyatt, he went through my resume and he got up from the seat and he came to my side where I was sitting, and he told me, "You want my job?" Being like executive chef 5 years, he said, "I've been executive chef only 2 years. So what job you apply?" So then I have to I said, listen, that I've come to a new country and I have to understand the labor laws. And so there are so many other things. So I want to start somewhere as a Shraddha party and go up the ladder. So I worked, I joined Windsor, Cobroys. Actually, I came to it belonged to Cobroys later. And I joined the capacity of a Shraddha party that is below my level. And then within 6 months or 1 year, they made me sous chef. Then I worked 4 more years. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, what do you think? Are there any special traits or characteristics you require to become, a sous chef or an executive chef?
You see, chef is an artist. So if you have artistic talents, it really helps you, to go further. So if you're an artist, then you can make butter sculpture, ice sculpture, jelly carving and melon carvings, all that.
Wow,
If you're not able to draw a straight line, then you'll find it harder. So, and also you have to visualize the buffet setting, buffet planning.
Wow.
So if you're an artist, you straight away come out with a showpiece to display the ice circle here, butter sculpture here. And so you design a very rough sketch of the buffet layout. And also you, it depends, I worked in Maurya, Sheraton. Kamal Mahal is huge. Then I go to Chola, Sheraton, and the banquet hall is much smaller. And we had this All India Hoteliers Association lunch. And you cannot accommodate that many people in that hall. But that number is, we have to do it.
Correct.
Then I designed the buffet table like a boat in the middle of the, right in the middle of the banquet hall. And we laid the chefing dishes all around. And all the food, I told them we will heat it, put it under the boat.
Oh, lovely.
So that
what an idea.
Because once when the buffet starts, you cannot move, because I saw the same thing happening in other hotels. Nobody can bring the food in. They want food, but nobody can bring it. So we got all the food under the same chefing dish divider.
Lovely.
So when the buffet started, whenever there is more food required, replenishment is done by the same waiter behind the boat. And he was putting it. So we managed. So you have to think a little ahead and foresee your limitations. First of all, if you understand your limitations, you will come out with solutions.
Beautiful, beautiful. So you need to be innovative. You need to be a doer. You have to be hardworking. You have to be creative. So many things you require, right?
Yes, you have to put in your 100% effort, and it's a vicious circle. When you do a good job, you get compliments. You become popular.
Correct.
I know the entire TVS CEO, chairman, all of them. They all directly want to discuss menu with me. Then you become more popular. So,
and you get a kick also. And you get a kick also. Appreciation from time to time loads you up. You feel so proud. Okay, tell me, you're an expertise on ice carving. You're an expertise on Excel sculptures. And, you have done proud, I think, to the Indians abroad. Could you tell us about this?
What happened, I went to Bahrain, Sheraton, and I did my melon carving ice sculpture. And later on, they have one department where with the styrofoam, which is in India, they call it thermocol.
Correct.
Thermocol. Yeah. And there is one chef, he does only morning till evening thermocol carvings. And I've never done that before. So I told Roland Lickett, my executive chef, I said 1 month I want to work with him. And he told me, what will you do? You'll be scraping all the thermocol and putting in a bag and bringing it down. And I didn't answer. I said, no, I won't. He said, up to you. And we worked there. That is during Christmas time. He was making reindeers and penguins. And I made one penguin and one reindeer. And we put them all together and took Roland liquor, and that guy is a Thai. He's a Thai chef. He told me that one of the penguins and one of the reindeers is made by Chef Loganathan. And that is what flowed him. And that's where he gave a certificate saying that he has worked under so many Indian chefs. By far, Loganathan is the best. So that was sent to headquarters. That gave me a lift.
Wow, beautiful. So what are the two innovations and new methods of working you might have brought in your line, which you would like to share with our children?
Like innovations, it's a constant experimenting, even day to day. And what I did was in the kitchen, there was a mild clerical work, like between inter-kitchen transfers, and people, the cooks or chefs, they were briefed about food cost. When I came, I removed all the inter-kitchen transfers because, and also the perishable, like you want green chili to lettuce, you have to go and give an indent from the stores. I removed all that. Whatever the perishable comes, that is in the stores, and the cooks will have the access to go and take what they want. And because at the end of the day, whatever is ordered, perishable, it comes to chef cost anyway, whether it's used or spoiled.
Correct.
So what is the big, I cut off a lot of clerical work in between. And also I made them to realize they are their own boss. You have to be proud in what you do. Unsupervised. You do it on yourself. I made this, say, tandoori chicken or shahi korma. You have to put your signature on that.
Correct.
I made it. So when I make it, it will be always excellent. So then it was all on autopilot.
Beautiful.
So we never had any complaints. Even the general manager, Vijay Kher, he told me for the first time in his life, he's working in a hotel with no food complaints.
Oh,
never had.
That is what you're known for. That is what you're known for. No complaints on the food at all.
Yeah, we never get food complaints.
Yeah. Okay. Given the way technology is racing ahead, do you foresee IBM artificial intelligent robot chef as being a solution to professional and even home chefs?
See, the technology will be always, will go ahead. And the best way is not to get scared of the technology, rather you adopt. You adopt the technology, then you adapt to your working methodology, and also try to make use of the same technology to improve your own skills. Like 2 plus 2, you know it's 4. But the calculator came, if you say, no, I don't want to use calculator, I know my tables very well. Correct. I won't use calculator. I mean, that's not right. Better to use calculator. Now you got a PC, better to use. As much as we will use them. Yeah. And try to outsmart all the technology. That way you still go ahead.
Yeah.
And it cannot be stopped. The technology cannot be stopped.
You have to coordinate with it. That's it.
Make use of it.
Sure. So if you turn the clock back, would you like to be in this profession again?
See, for sure, yes, because of whatever I achieved. But because I have only one child, and of course I didn't want her to do the same. I wanted her to do something different. So she did law and commerce. Yes. But for others, if they have the aptitude, and also attitude towards cooking, I'm very sure it's an excellent profession where the career point of view, it's huge now. Opportunities are excellent now, more than ever. True. You can join hotels, you can join airlines, catering, you can join hospitals. Nowadays, both husband and wife, they're working, and there is a quick TV meals and this, that. They all need chefs to produce this. So
correct. So
or you can become a TV chef.
Yeah, it is
like Damien Oliver or like Gordon Ramsay. and you can make your money.
So specialized, cooking is there, Okay, I'm reminded of Arthur Haley's bestseller Hotel. In that he says the executive chef can earn more than the general manager. Is it true?
It is true. I was getting, our ITC policy doesn't let you say how much we earn. So I was getting equally well or even more because my general manager used to tell me, Chef, I'm not getting the kind of money you are getting. So I don't know how much he was getting. I don't want to say how much I'm getting. So.
And I believe he's, or not even allowed to go into the kitchen without the permission of, yeah.
It is not like that. The general manager is more comfortable walking with the chef because that way he's your executive chef, but he reports to me like.
Okay.
So he's more comfortable walking with the chef. That way he feels much better. Or it's a command of authority rather than you go on your own.
Okay, good. Okay, chefs across the world dedicate their lives to earning just one coveted star in recognition of their excellence, the Michelin star. Please tell us something about this.
The Michelin star is like for an Oscar. If you're an artist in the movie industry, of course you would like to win Oscar. So when you win an Oscar, that is number one, recognition. Number two, it's a marketing tool. Number three, you become famous and your market value goes up. So it is all identically same Michelin star. More Michelin, one or even two. If you get, then whole world knows, there is one Loganathan, he got one Michelin star. So that is the reason people are striving for Michelin star.
Yeah, correct. Okay, one more question. This Bawarchi image of the past. Did you have any problems in getting married?
I was cautioned, I won't get a suitable girl because of your profession. If you're an engineer or a doctor, you will get a beautiful girl. But that was not true. I disproved that too. I got a very beautiful wife. She was an actress.
Oh, you picked up a similar kind of profile.
So I can assure all the students not to worry about that part.
Yeah.
You will get very beautiful girls. Everybody will flip for you. I can ensure that.
Very nice. So now, last question. What advice you would like to give to students, and the parents for this profession?
Like I said earlier, the scope is very vast. So they don't worry about this profession at all. And especially now, it is also a glamour profession.
Correct.
And you go for a party, and if you say, I'm an astrophysicist, they don't know what to talk to you about. If you say you're a chef, immediately they'll ask something, Bukhara dal, do you know how to make?
Oh.
Or
And that's famous, my God.
So you become popular. So
yes.
I would advise, it's, of course, when I say like, if you are a showman and you are creating evening for the others, of course, you will sacrifice your personal life. If there is Christmas Eve, New Year Eve, you are there until the end of the night. So but sometimes, you can't have everything in life.
Correct.
But it is an excellent profession.
Thank you.
Also, I would advise anybody, if they have willingness to, take it up, they can.
Very nice. Thank you very much. This comes to the end of the program. I wish we had more time to talk to you. Now, a little appreciation package. You are a chef with a mixture of artistry and craft. It is an innovative skill which you very fortunate few have. You have learned the art and the craft religiously like a Bible. You strongly believe in whatever you do in life, do it with determination. You have one life to live, so do your work with passion and give your best. Learn the techniques and be skillful. A great chef is a great technician. You have to learn the process. You learn it through endless repetition and hard work, and until it is finally belongs to you. So thank you very much, sir, for coming and giving your valuable information. Now over to Rajiv if he has any questions.
Thank you very much, Neelam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you, Chef. No, I have no questions except I would like to share with the audience that Chef was my senior colleague both at the Chola Sheraton in 83,
Wow.
84, and then again at Maurya.
Yes.
And I was probably one of the
Yes.
few people whom, I would never discuss, a food cost with Chef because he would always beat me down on it. So we talked about how delicious the dal would be, in the executive dining room. So yes, I have very fond memories of having worked with Chef, and I'm very happy that he's here today. And with those few words, I thank him again, and I thank you, Neelamji. This brings us to the end of the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Loganadhan, for coming.
Thanks.
I think it was a pleasure having you on board such a wonderful program and sharing your career path and your personal things also. Thank you very much. So we are all, thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Javed. Thank you, my lovely viewers. So this is Neelam signing off. Bye-bye. Shabak hai.
No, not really.
Nothing.
Not really. Quite, in fact, very well done actually.
Yeah, Rajiv is the master of making the questionnaires, and he does it. He does a perfect job.
No.
Yes,
He does a perfect job.
Just that I know a lot of accomplishments of my friends. So
those, you know.
When you say children, what is the age group?
This is 10th, 11th, 12th, and even graduates. Hanji, Rajiv.
10th, 11th, 12th, first year, second year, third year, hotel management institutes.
Yes.
See, the whole idea is, that they should see that if you want to become, if Mr. Loganathan, if Chef Loganathan is a role model for you, then
Correct.
Success
that aspect to become
has taken 25 years, 20 years. It's not that, you became, an overnight success. Nothing takes less than 20 years. In addition to the hard work, there are also trials and tribulations. There are heartbreaks. There are sorrows. There are slips. Then one picks oneself up. So that we've left it to the participant to share how much he or she would like to. But the whole idea is for the person to share their journey. The challenges. Look, here is a bevy of professionals, and each one of them is at the helm after 20, 25 years, 30, 40 years also.
Correct.
And
see, when I was studying, there was no guidance like this, for example.
Correct.
Those days.
Correct.
To tell you, you can become executive chef and get to talk to the guy who had been executive chef, so many years. We never, like when I first joined hotel management.